Tennessee's News and Talk. Bottom of the third at the ballpark at Jackson. The Generals leading the Jacksonville Suns 2-1. Tyler Bortnick, Tyler Smith, and Darlene Rodriguez due up against left-handed starter Chipper Smith. First pitch to the right-handed Bortnick. Fastball lined down the right field line, but it's foul and into the Jacksonville bullpen. Nice aggressive approach from Bortnick. He got a good pitch to handle. They sent that one foul into Jacksonville's bullpen.
And he's trying to snap a pretty bad streak right now. He's 0 for his last 17 at the plate with 6 strikeouts.
Smith with the 0-1. And that one slips out of his hands and goes well outside, bouncing to the backstop for ball 1. Bortnick is 0 for 1 in this game with a fly out to center fielder Kenny Wilson. He's the number 2 hitter for Jackson. On the 1-1 pitch, he swings and pops one up, foul on the first base side, and this one will go out of play, bouncing on the lower concourse and up into the general admission seats. 1-2 to Bortnick against Chipper Smith, former pitcher at Cumberland University. While he was there, he actually helped the school start a combined no-hitter. His 1-2 offering. Bortnick swings and grounds one to second base. Low roller picked by Elliott Soto. He fires on to first and gets Bortnick by a step. And that's a ground out to begin the bottom of the third. 1 out and nobody on for Jackson, which still leads 2-1.
Smith made his way to Cumberland, which is in Lebanon, Tennessee, just outside of Nashville. They play Freed Hardeman, which is just south of Jackson.
Smith with the first pitch to Smith. Chipper fires to Tyler, and the first pitch is outside for ball 1. In fact, when Chipper Smith started that combined no-hitter for Cumberland, it was the school's first since no-hitting Freed Hardeman. Next pitch is outside. Tyler Smith now with a 2-0 count, while batting against Chipper Smith. Quick 2-0 pitch, high and outside. The fastball misses for ball 3. Tyler Smith grounded out to Chipper Smith in the first inning. Nice leaping grab on a high hopper at the mound. The 3-0 pitch is wide. Ball 4, and Tyler Smith draws yet another walk. He's been pacing Jackson in bases on balls throughout this season, and he can add another. He gets on with 1 away in the home half of the third inning. Tyler Smith at first base with 1 out for Darlene Rodriguez. Rodriguez, a right-handed power hitter, is 0 for 1 with a fly out to right field. Smith with a good lead over at first base. Chipper Smith now coming set. First pitch on the way, and Rodriguez bounces one to third. Up the line, and just fair over the bag. Adams with the grab. Throw to Rosa just in time. Rodriguez barely out on a close play. Tyler Smith moving up to second base on the ground out.
That was the only play, really, so Jackson does get a runner into scoring position. We'll see if Jordy Lara can do something about adding to this Jackson lead.
Jackson with a 2-1 advantage over Jacksonville. Runner at second with 2 away for Jordy Lara. Had a very nice double back in the second. He's 1 for 1 with a run scored. Chipper Smith comes set. First pitch, and Lara takes a strike over the outer half. Had some movement on it. Nice offering that ate up the plate. Lara well late with a bit of a half swing. Just recognizing that he probably thinks he should have swung at it at some point. The 0-1 pitch, low and away. A ball and a strike to Lara. Lara, a native of the Dominican Republic. Several players for the Generals within this 2015 season have come from the baseball-rich nation. Chipper Smith looks back to second. Now the 1-1. Lara skies one high in the air, shallow right field, heading near the line, but in fair territory and playable. Elliott Soto, the second baseman, with a catch, and that ends the inning. Tyler Smith with a walk, gets into scoring position, but no further. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left for the Generals. At the end of 3 innings, Jackson continues to lead Jacksonville by a score of 2-1, right here on the TJ Network.
It's springtime and the weather is beautiful.
He works from the wind, his side.
You can trust me.
And Brian Lee Howell, professional Elvis impersonator. Marlette takes a called strike that just got the outside corner. Smith catching the back door there, and it's 1-1. Marlette ready for the next pitch. Here it comes, and Smith with an off-speed offering swung at and foul tipped. Caught by catcher Chad Christ on strike 2. Smith, one of the quickest workers in the league on the mound. He's already ready for the 1-2. Fastball, just low on Marlette. Another close pitch, but he doesn't get the call there. Count even again at 2-2.
Smith makes our job a little bit harder, but the game certainly moves quickly.
Next offering low and away and in the dirt. Full count now to Tyler Marlette.
Someone should put a timer on him to see how long it takes him after throwing one pitch to throw the next. It's not that much time that is in between offerings.
Here comes the full count delivery. Marlette with a fly ball to center field, going back on it is Wilson, but he'll make the catch in front of the warning track. A one-handed grab to retire Marlette for the first out at the bottom of the fourth. Generals still up on the Suns, 2-1. Back Smith's quick work on the mound, fairly similar to one of Jackson's pitchers. Edwin Diaz, a right-handed starter, likes to go fairly quick too. He's scheduled to start tomorrow's game for the Generals against Jacksonville right-hander Scott Lyman. Tomorrow's game, 6:05 p.m. Elvis night here at the ballpark, featuring post-game fireworks and Brian Lee Howell, professional Elvis impersonator. First pitch inside to lefty Guillermo Pimentel, 1-0.
Yep, Elvis will be in the building. We've got Brian Lee Howell from Memphis.
Next pitch called strike 1-1. I want to thank Ashley Furniture and WBBJ for co-sponsoring that contest tomorrow. Next pitch high, 2 balls and a strike to Pimentel. 1 out and nobody on in the bottom of the fourth. Generals up by a score of 2-1 against the Suns. Smith with the wind-up and the pitch. Pimentel fouls it off. 2 strikes on him now. A lot of long at-bats early against Chipper Smith. He's already up to 60 pitches in this ball game. Smith working out of the wind-up still. The pitch to Pimentel. Fastball swung at and missed. Strike 3 and Pimentel goes down. Chipper Smith with just his second strikeout of the ball game.
It's actually the first of 3 consecutive fireworks nights tomorrow. Back-to-back-to-back Saturdays. We've got Elvis night, Diamond Jacks throwback night, and SEC night, so you'll want to make it out to the ballpark here in August.
Jabari Henry up. He takes a first pitch ball low and away. Henry with a go-ahead RBI single back in the second. An inning where he's done a lot of damage against Jacksonville in this series. The 1-0. Smith catches the inside corner for a called strike to even the count. 1-1. Smith with the windup. Next pitch is a fastball that runs inside. 2-1. 2 outs and nobody on for the Generals. And Smith looking for just his second 1-2-3 inning of the ball game. Here's the pitch. Henry swings and misses. 0-2 as he can't catch up to the off-speed offering. 2-2 against the right-handed hitting outfielder. Smith delivers. And Henry with a rope but foul. Leaping into fair territory and out of the way was third base umpire and crew chief Blake Carnahan. And on that foul ball, everyone resets and gets ready for another 2-2. Generals with 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors. Suns with 1 run, 1 hit, no errors early on. Break-even game of this 5-game series. Next pitch bounced up the first base line, rolling along the chalk, but just foul. Only crossed over at the last moment. Vio Sergi Rosa tried to get to the ball quickly, because had it been fair when he got to it, he would have easily tagged out Jabari Henry to end the inning. But Henry, with that ball just kicking over the line, gets a little bit of life and he'll stay at the plate.
Usually you see infielders waiting for balls like that to go foul, but that time Rosa was racing, hoping to pick it up in fair territory because, as you mentioned, he would have had an easy out. Instead, Jabari Henry has another opportunity.
Here comes another 2-strike pitch from Smith. Breaking ball low and in, and the count is now full. 7 pitches already. Still need at least 1 more to decide this battle. Here's the pitch from Smith. Low and away. Henry draws a walk, and the inning continues. The number 8 hitter, Jabari Henry, gets aboard with the base on balls. 1 on and 2 away in the home half of the 4th. Generals leading the Suns 2-1.
Quick update from elsewhere in minor league baseball. Jose Barrios, who started the year with Chattanooga, now with the AAA Rochester Red Wings, the Minnesota organization. He's got a no-hitter through 6 innings against Scranton Wilkes-Barre.
First pitch to Zach Schenk, fouled out of play, 0-1.
The Rail Riders are the Yankees' AAA affiliate. David Adams, third baseman for Jacksonville, actually formerly played with them. Pretty impressive for Barrios, who was one of the top pitching prospects that we've seen in the league this year.
Smith with an 0-1 count, the pitch to Schenk. That drops low and in for a ball. Very impressive to be no-hitting the Rail Riders, one of the top teams in the International League. They feature a lot of the big New York Yankees prospects, including Aaron Judge and Robert Refsnyder.
And Judge is literally very big. He is humongous.
6'7". Next pitch low and away. 2 balls and a strike for Chipper Smith against Zach Schenk, Jackson's number 9 hitter. Schenk had a line out to shortstop back in the second, and he is 0 for 1 tonight. Henry with a good lead at first. Smith looking over. Here comes the pitch, though, and Schenk hits one high in the air to left center. Wilson's calling off Yingle, and the center fielder makes a 2-handed catch to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left due to a walk. Jabari Henry with the 2 out base on balls, but that's all. Scoreless 4th inning complete. Jackson Generals still lead 2-1 against the Jacksonville Suns. We're back in a moment for the 5th inning right here on the TJ Network.